Today on Sugar's Fun Run, I'll be showing you how to make soft and chewy ginger snap cookies. Hey everyone, Sam here, and today I am sharing a soft and chewy ginger snap cookie recipe. Now this recipe is by request. I personally have always felt that ginger snaps should be snappy, they should be crisp, and if you break them in half, they should have a nice snap to them. I mean, that's why they're called ginger snaps after all, right? However, a lot of you have indicated that you would like both a snappy ginger snap cookie and a soft and chewy one. So today I have a soft and chewy version to share with you. This recipe is pretty easy, so let's go ahead and get started by preheating our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, you are going to need 3/4 cup of unsalted butter. You want this to be softened to room temperature, and we're going to add it to a large bowl. Along with the butter, we're going to add 1/2 cup each of granulated sugar and firmly packed dark brown sugar. Use an electric mixer to beat these ingredients together until they're creamy and well combined. Next, we'll add 3 tablespoons of unsulphured molasses. Now at this point, we're also going to add our vanilla extract and our spices. We're going to add 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla, 2½ teaspoons of ground ginger, 3/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, and we're also adding 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now I know this seems like an unusual cookie ingredient, but it adds that perfect amount of spice to our ginger snaps. And of course, we'll stir everything together. So it should be smelling pretty good in your kitchen right about now. All those spices, it's making me hungry. All right, we're also going to add 1 large egg and we'll stir this in. I'm just gonna use my spatula now to work everything together. Make sure it's all nicely combined. There's no ingredients that are sitting on the bottom that haven't been nicely stirred into the dough. And then we can set this aside, and you're going to need a separate bowl for your flour. You'll need 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Along with the flour, we're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And of course, we'll stir everything together until it's nicely combined. Now we'll stir our dry ingredients into our wet ingredients until everything is nicely combined and we have a nice cookie dough. I'll usually just start by stirring everything together with my spatula, and if the dough gets too stiff, we'll switch over to the electric mixer. Once you have your cookie dough nicely stirred together, we can go ahead and start baking these soft and chewy ginger snaps. I like to scoop the dough by about 1½ tablespoons each, and you'll want to roll it between your palms just so you have a nice smooth ball of dough. Now this dough is soft. If it's too sticky for you to manage, you can pop it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. But even though it's soft, I usually don't have a problem rolling it. Once you've rolled your cookie dough, you'll just want to briefly roll it through some granulated sugar. Now this is optional, but I really love that nice little sugary coating it gives the outside of the cookies. And then transfer your cookies to a baking sheet and make sure you space them at least 2 inches apart. Now we'll take these over to our 350 degree Fahrenheit preheated oven where they'll need to bake for about 10 to 11 minutes. Once these cookies have finished baking, you're going to want to let them cool completely on the baking sheet because they're still going to be really soft and fragile and a little underbaked when they first come out of the oven. They'll finish baking on the cookie sheet and you'll have nice, soft cookies when they're finished cooling. And once they've cooled, you can go ahead and dig in. I hope you guys enjoyed today's easy, soft and chewy ginger snap cookie recipe. And if you want to check out my snappy, not soft ginger snap version, make sure to look for that recipe link in the description. If you guys try this one out, I would love to know what you think. And I'd love to know if you like them soft and chewy or hard and snappy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. It's a soft cookie.